Hi everyone and welcome to Infinox Market Insights with me, Richard Perry, analysing markets for Infinox on Wednesday the 9th of March. Now market sentiment is looking a little bit more positive this morning. We've seen equity markets in the European space starting to tick higher. We've seen commodity prices also consolidating, and also forex major pairs just consolidating in a move sideways. So the settling of sentiment has been helped by the suggestion by the Ukrainian President Zelensky that Ukraine may not be looking to join NATO, and that's allowing markets to settle down a little bit. Obviously, it could just be a near-term move for major markets, but essentially at the moment there's a time for potentially a little bit of an unwind on some of these huge moves that we've seen in recent days. But markets will be now looking forward also towards the ECB monetary policy decision tomorrow and the US inflation data as well. CPI for US inflation is out tomorrow. ECB is not, it's likely to be that they'll be remaining very patient and maybe even sort of pulling back a little bit on any hawkish rhetoric that we have seen previously. But the US inflation number could pull above 8% on the headline CPI, and that would be a crucial moment. I think that would be another driving move for Treasury yields higher, and also the US dollar as well. But that will be tomorrow. But just for today, there's a settling of sentiment that we have in major markets. Now, the markets I'm looking out for today, I'm looking at a potential rebound or technical rally on euro dollar. I'm also looking for the gold price, which has started to consolidate, although it's just come underneath the all-time highs, but just looking a little bit consolidating today. Is this a selling opportunity, or is it just still a consolidation within the move higher? And I'm finally looking at the DAX, which has started to tick higher, but what is needed to continue that move? And is it just going to be an unwinding move into another selling opportunity? Let's have a look. And onto the Infinox MT5 platform, starting off with the euro dollar. We can see this sharp acceleration lower in euro dollar in recent weeks. Now, that was essentially just a downside move from this trading range, which gives you a downside projection of around about 300 to maybe as much as 375 pips of downside move, giving you a downside projection target of around sort of 108.80 down to maybe 108 figure. And essentially, we've hit that downside target. So the market got oversold on the RSI, 21 I think it was on that RSI before. It's basically now spent the last few days consolidating, moving sideways. But if the market can get back above 109.60, then that sort of starts to sense that we're unwinding some of that oversold move. Obviously, there's a lack of real resistance overhead until you get back towards the sort of 110.60, 111.20 area. So there is room for a technical unwinding rally in this euro dollar if it gets through that. Obviously, we're looking ahead to the ECB tomorrow. How patient will the ECB be in their monetary policy? But essentially, I think we're looking for the potential for an unwinding move. Also, the US inflation data will be very important for euro dollar as well. So a lot of volatility tomorrow afternoon. But essentially for now, just consolidating and biding time. Gold price has almost hit the all-time highs actually in this acceleration higher. It's a really strong move that obviously we've seen in recent few weeks, but obviously accelerated in the last week and a half. And yeah, it's really gone overbought, massively overbought. But I think that gold is very strong at the moment. Obviously, there is this potential for a near-term unwind. We've got the just consolidation in the last sort of 12 hours or so, moving sideways. And any pullback, I think, on gold is still probably going to be a buying opportunity. We've got good support around $2,000 now, up towards 2020. So good support on a near-term basis on that, and any sort of unwinding move I think will be seen as a buying opportunity. I think gold, whilst this war continues to go on, I think gold is still a very good play to the upside. And finally on the DAX, again, another market that has consolidated and started to tick higher in the last sort of day and a half, 2 days, and we've started to see that it hasn't yet got above the 13,350 level of resistance, which was yesterday's reaction high. If it does do that, then you can see an unwinding move within this downtrend, and the next real resistance doesn't really come in until 13,750, 13,800. So there is room for an unwinding move. But look at this. This is the 4-hour chart. Already you've started to see the improvement in the or the certainly the unwind on the 4-hour RSI, if it gets above sort of 55.60, that really does suggest the potential for this unwinding move. And obviously, given how far the DAX got sold down, the huge sell-off that we saw on the DAX, the potential for an unwinding move is quite high. Obviously, that downtrend is the issue initially, but yeah, I mean, if that rally goes, it could really take off on the DAX, given how oversold it got. So that would be the potential for the unwinding move, and I think above 13,350. So this certainly helps that move in the near term. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it informative for your trading. I'll be back on Friday where we'll be dissecting that US inflation data and the ECB and the impact they'll have on major markets. I'll leave you with the Infinite support and resistance table, and I will speak to you then. Thank you very much and good luck in your trading, everyone.